In this session, what we will do, like introduction and prerequisite is completed, right? And whatever the lab requirement, hardware requirement is there, I already told you guys. Now, in this session, what we will do, we will create one delivery controller and we will install the core component in that machine. So, for the same, let's go to the hypervisor. And okay, someone is working here. Okay, no worries. So, I'm going to quickly create new virtual machine here. I'm already having that template Windows Server 2019. When I copy this now, it will create me new virtual machine within couple of seconds. So simply right click, quick create, and you can see this machine is booting up now. And let me rename this machine to like CTX for Citrix, DC for delivery controller, and let's make it first delivery controller. So I simply rename this virtual machine, and this machine is booting up. Within a minute, we will get new virtual machine. Okay, so machine is booted up. To log into the machine, simply click here, instant controller delete button, the local admin password. When you will be accessing the lab now, you will get one document in that remote server where it is like on your account you will get it on your desktop only, but for my account I have saved it somewhere else. So you will get this document here. Each and everything is mentioned, like step by step what we have to do, like open Gen Center, then how to create virtual machine, how to create new template, then new virtual machine, then you can rename that virtual machine, right? So each and every thing is there step by step with the screenshot, like whatever result you will get, each and everything is mentioned. So that you can follow later on, like after my class you have to replicate the same on the server. So like from step number 1 you have to do it till last, whatever the step, uh, step number 43. Okay, so that document is already there. So now let's go back to the machine. So here is our machine. Our first task is to put that machine into the domain. So click on local server. Here in local server, click on the computer name, and here click on change. And computer name, it should be same whatever the name you have given to your virtual machine. So I'm entering the same CTX hyphen DC hyphen 01, and domain is techmtech.com. Click OK. It will ask you for username and password. So username is CTX admin and password is ctx@12345. So that password and username is also mentioned over there in that document. Click OK. And in some time that machine it will be into our domain. Perfect. Click OK. Click OK. Close this and it will ask you to reboot. Why? Because we have changed the computer name. So click on restart now. So in this session, what we will do, we will only perform the installation part, and installation is very simple. But before performing that installation, what we have to do, we must have to join the machine into a domain. So that we already did. Now from here, click on the other user, and now from this screen onward, you have to use the Citrix domain credentials. So username is ctx admin and password is ctx@12345. Now you always have to use that username and password. Okay. So now what we have to do, we have to install Citrix delivery controller in that server along with some of the core components. So from Citrix, we have got one complete package which is known as Citrix virtual apps and desktop ISO media, right? Here it is. And we can mount that as a DVD drive. That actually ISO share part I already mounted in my hypervisor. But if you are having your different own hypervisor, you can mount it in CD, DVD, or even you can use pen drive. Okay. If you are facing any issue in your personal lab, please let me know, or else I will configure a lab for you. So let me maximize this. What we have done, open the file explorer, and here we have mounted Citrix ISO media. That is CVAD, means Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktop. Right click on it, click on install or run. Click yes. So in Citrix, we are having two options. Either we can create one server to publish applications only, or we can create server to publish both the things like application and desktop both. So in our case, we have to learn both the things. So we will go with the second option. Click on start. And here what we have to do, we have to configure this server as a delivery controller. So select this one. So these steps are already mentioned into the documentation, okay? So, and also you will get recording as well. So you will get multiple things for references, okay? But yeah, practice is the key. You have to practice as much as you can. Okay, so now accept the license. Click on next. And along with delivery controller, we are going to install few more components like Studio Director and license server on the same machine. In production, you will find separate server for director and separate server for license, right? But in our case, we are into the test lab. We have to manage our hardware resources somehow, right? So that is the only reason. Click on next. Now, along with all those features, we are going to deploy SQL database on the same machine along with Windows Remote Assistant tool. So in production, you will find SQL Server as a different machine. But yeah, Remote Assistant tool, it will be on the delivery controller. You can install it. Click on next. I understand what it is saying, like this machine. Okay, less than 5 GB RAM. That is fine for installation. I understand. So these are the very, very important port numbers which will be going to open during the installation, like TCP 8443. 80 is for HTTP, 443 is for HTTPS, and license server important port number is this 727. No, not this one, 27,000. Click on next. I am having one document, and in that document, each and every port number is mentioned clearly. So here is a summary what we have selected. That will be our installation directory, the prerequisites, the core components like delivery studio director, and delivery controller. We are configuring this server as a delivery controller. So core component, features, and the port numbers, right? So each and everything is here listed, and that installation, it will take up to 30 minutes. Okay, click on install. Now we cannot interrupt the installation, and it will take up to 30 minutes to complete the installation. Okay, in the meantime, guys, anyone have any doubt, you can ask. That installation is very, very lengthy actually. No one?
Sir,
No.
sir, this is Naeem, sir.
Mhm.
हेलो
हाँ जी प्लीज टेल.
सर सर ये जो भी ये वर्चुअल ऐप एंड डेस्कटॉप है, ये हम आपके सिस्टम में इंस्टॉल कर रहे हैं, नहीं तो सर्वर लाइक दूसरा
ये
जगह
दूसरा
इंस्टॉल कर
सर्वर है, ये दूसरा रिमोट सर्वर है, ये एक बेयर मेटल हाइपरवाइजर है.
ओके सर,
ये एक
वो
डेडिकेटेड
हाइपरवाइजर में
सर्वर
हम
है. देखो, ये तो हो गया मेरा पर्सनल लैपटॉप, ठीक है.
यस सर
और मैंने पर्सनल लैपटॉप से आरडीपी उठा रखा है अपने सर्वर का, ये 100.101 दिख रहा
यस सर, सर रिमोट
है
सर्वर,
रिमोट।
हाँ।
हाँ, इस रिमोट सर्वर पे हम काम कर रहे हैं। कि मेरे लैपटॉप का इतना कॉन्फ़िगरेशन थोड़ी ना है यार, उसमें ओनली 16 GB रैम है। 16 GB रैम में तो इतनी वर्चुअल मशीन नहीं हो सकती ना पॉसिबल।
ओके सर, ओके सर, दैट्स ऑल। ठीक
तो
है,
इन
यस
अ
सर।
सेम वे यू हैव टू परफॉर्म। And documentation you will get, but please try to arrange your own hardware. If you can't, please let me know, okay?
यस सर।
And yeah, please follow the practice. Why? Because these installation, if you can't perform now, you will forget each and
ओके सर।
everything. So I want you to, like, today we will perform that installation. So I want you guys to perform the installation with your own on this server or maybe on your server, okay? So that in next class na you will have something in your mind, right? Why? Because if you got stuck somewhere, right, or any error comes, right, so in that case you will ask some questions, and if you do not perform that, in that case you will be like, yeah, everything is fine, right? So I do not want everything is not, it should not be fine, okay? You might have some questions. Because for me as well na, till now everything is not fine. Sometime I also used to get stuck somewhere, right? Then I have to do some R&D to find out the solution. Okay, guys, that installation will take a while. I am going on mute for a couple of minutes. Okay. Okay. So SQL Server installation is going on. So after SQL Server installation, now it will ask you to reboot the server, right? So on that time, we just have to reboot the server. It will prompt in some time. Okay.